Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
At the very same time that America refused to give the Negro any land, our government was giving away millions of acres of land in the West and the Midwest, which meant that it was willing to undergird its white peasants from Europe with an economic floor. But not only did they give the land, they built land-grant colleges with government money to teach them how to farm. Not only that, they provided county agents to further their expertise in farming. Not only that, they provided low interest rates in order that they could mechanize their farms. Not only that, today, many of these people are receiving millions of dollars in federal subsidies not to farm, and they are the very people telling the black man that he ought to lift himself by his own bootstraps. Now, this is what we are faced with, and this is the reality. Now, when we come to Washington, in this campaign, we are coming to get our check.
I remember when the ATL wasn't banging, now they banging, 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 banging. Niggas throwing sets and them bullets start ringing, bitches banging, 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 banging. I remember when the ATL wasn't banging, now they banging, 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 banging. Niggas throwing sets and them bullets start ringing like bang, 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 bitch, nigga, bang, 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 bang.
Yo, peace, peace, peace. What's going on? What's happening? And I'm probably finna get a call here in a second. One of my sons had surgery today, get his tonsils taken out. So, and I'm getting updates. So chances are I'm probably gonna end up getting a damn call here in a second. But if I do, you know, I'll be right back. Just hold on. Hey, let me know, somebody in the chat, that they can hear me, please. Because I did a whole fucking live. It was either yesterday, day before. I don't even remember, man. Like I said, it's been a shitty week for me. I did a whole live, and it was muted the entire time. It wasn't muted through StreamYard. It was muted through my damn headphones, man. Sometimes, like when I do the boom up and down. Oh, thank you, Robcat. When I do the boom up and down, it mute me. And I guess I didn't have it all the way down. And I was muted, so I ended up deleting it. And it was a good conversation too, talking about the Grand Platinum situation and what is it to be a liberal. You know what I'm saying? I think I broke that shit down pretty cool. Again, I don't know if I'm gonna do a stream tonight. Usually, you know, we do TFP on Thursday nights, but like I said, you know, my laptop it's not my laptop that's out of whack, it's my charger that's out of whack. I may try to do something, I don't know. You know, I may just shoot the shit tonight. We'll see. But anyway, this is a response. So I saw Black Sun did a couple of videos. I think he did one yesterday and attempted to do one today, and he did one this morning. You know, and I saw the topics of both of them and listened to what he had to say before he cut out. Listen, the overall broad. First, let me say this: I'm elated that the reports came out, and I saw this when it dropped. You know, I didn't say anything about it because, you know, as of right now, it really don't mean shit. But I saw the reports that came out, the Bloomberg report saying that, you know, they were doing layoffs at Bethesda and Obsidian, and you know, they stopped production on the next Avowed, which I haven't played. I haven't played Avowed. I plan on playing Avowed after I finish The Outer Worlds 2. I plan on playing that next. And let me just say, The Outer World, anybody that calls themselves a Fallout fan and you know not are not playing games like the Outer Worlds series and spending the majority of their time playing a game like Fallout 76, I mean, what is the essence of Fallout? And that's my issue with Fallout 76. That's my issue with it. I don't mind if you play the game, fine. I mean, but at the end of the day, what's the essence of Fallout? It's not 76. You can say what you want about Fallout 4. I had my issues with Fallout 4, of course. But in the spirit of what Fallout is, it captured that. I don't give a shit how shitty the story may have been, or the essence of what Fallout is, which is an RPG, was totally encapsulated in Fallout 4. That's why when Fallout 76 came out, people were pissed off, despite whether you liked the game or not. The overall broad optics of what Fallout 76 was not good. Now, they later on alleviated a lot of that with the introduction of NPCs and somewhat of a storyline, you know. I know they got the whole thing with the responders and all. Like I said, I don't play Fallout 76. I got the gist of what it is. I don't play it because I don't think it captured the spirit of a Fallout game. That's just me. You know, that's just me. That ain't got shit to do with you. You may enjoy the game, you know. But the spirit of Fallout has been, will always be, the role-playing aspects of Fallout. That's it. That's why people enjoy it. I'm excited to see what Obsidian got up their sleeve, because in all aspects, they got the framework to make a Fallout game right now. If you've played the Outer Worlds, one or two or both, you know that they already got the framework to create a Fallout game right now. Right now. Just like they had it way back when with New Vegas. They already had the framework. Why many of us consider Fallout New Vegas to be the best Fallout game ever wasn't because of the framework or the aspect or the spirit of what a Fallout game is. It's a fucking gnat in here or something. But it was the incredible story. Like I told y'all, I'm playing the Outer Worlds 2 right now. The story is incredible. It's a great satirical story about ultra capitalistic society versus a ultra authoritarian communist society. It's great. It's great. I implore Bethesda and Obsidian fans to play it. I don't know if it's multi-platform. I mean, I'm assuming that it is. I know Outer Worlds came out last year. It might be multi-platform with a lot of the shit that's been going on. And that's what this video is going to be about. Gaming right now is in a bad spot. It just is. Overall, we in a bad place, man. We in a bad place as gamers, right? I'm kind of sort of glad that I really don't have the time to game like I want to game. Like I said, you know, I get home on Saturdays, I play the game for a couple of hours, and that's pretty much it for the week, you know. I'm kind of glad that I'm not as invested as I once was. Like I said, not because of my own doing, just because time constraint, you know. I'm not as invested as I once was because I will be highly pissed off. Highly pissed off. As some know, I used to be part of a group on the early days of YouTube back in the late 2000 aughts, early 2010s, named Simheads United. I was a avid Madden player, avid. I was a sim style Madden player, meaning I tried to play the game as close to real life as possible. As far as strategy, movement, I broke all that shit down. Shout out to Apex. Apex was one of the progenitors of the sim community on YouTube. I believe if Apex would have continued on with his YouTube channel, Apex would be one of the biggest gaming YouTubers on YouTube right now. That's a fact. With Apex's endorsement, Simheads United was created. And our goal was to create a movement based on consumerism that highlighted the flaws, technical flaws of EA Sports games and how we could make them better, right? And there was this whole division with players that saw differently than we did. Again, Simheads United fell apart. Really, the sim community as a whole fell apart based on just time. You know what I mean? A lot of people just stopped giving a fuck, including myself. Just stop caring. You play the game, you play the game. You don't, you don't. Ultimately, I had to understand, hey, listen, we don't play Madden NFL football for the technical aspects of the game. We play Madden football because of the shield, because of the authenticity, as it reflects our favorite team. I had to come to that realization. Listen, at the end of the day, I want to see the Falcons in digital form. At the end of the day, bro, I don't give a fuck how shitty the game is. It is what the fuck it is. I can, break it down and debate on it and all the other technicalities that we do, like, which we have every right to do. I mean, at the end of the day, we are consumers. And that trumped any type of democratic strategy we could ever come up with. Because at the end of the day, we control the way shit goes based on the flow of money. We are the flow of money. But how much does that hold into account our desires, our wants? You know what I mean? In today's age of gaming, with live service, and this is going to tie into shit like Fallout 76 and the like. In today's age of gaming with live service and things of that matter, it's all about, FOMO in many respects. When the shit drop, we got to have it, despite whether it's a good investment or not. With live service games, it's usually not, because live service games usually only go so far. Especially with annual live service games like Madden, college football, and all the other various sports titles, and the Call of Duties and all that shit. Why would I spend money on a live service that's just going to reset a year later? I understand that's not the case with all games. I think one of the best games that came out last year was a live service game, Arc Raiders. Arc Raiders is one of the best games to come out in a while. It's a live service game. I ain't never spent a penny, except for the $30 that I paid for the game. I ain't never spent a penny on Arc Raiders. Now, albeit I ain't played Arc Raiders like in a long ass time. But the concept of the loot shooter in that regard was fantastic. Fantastic. I don't have an issue with live service per se. I have an issue with taking hold and taking control of the consumer in regards to nothing. I saw there's a hashtag going around right now, EA Play Don't Pay, in protest of the new NCAA College Football 27 that just came out. And I got to play that game when I get home. I do, because I got Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. I got a 10-hour free trial to play it. I'm gonna do that when I get home. From what I'm hearing so far, as far as gameplay, is great. From what I'm hearing so far, a huge step up for EA Tiburon title. You know what I'm saying? Huge step up. I don't even know if Tiburon is a thing. I don't fucking know. I don't, you know. But a huge step up. I'm going to just say it because that's what I'm used to. But the microtransactions are a motherfucker. So I've heard. To the point where now they're taking things out of the single player experience and putting them behind paywall. That's where we are in gaming right now. That's where we are. It's sad to say, but that's just where we at. You know, I look at a company like Sony, right? And like I said, I'm not no fanboy for no specific brand. Like, you know, to me, that's childish and stupid shit. But I also would be lying if I wouldn't say, hey, look, I prefer the Xbox brand solely based on Game Pass. I think Game Pass is great. Because for a person like me that don't got a lot of time to game, not going to invest in a lot of money based on the fact that I ain't got a lot of time to game, the subscription service that is Xbox Game Pass allows me to try out and play and finish multiple games in a relatively short amount of time. That fits me as a consumer. Not that ain't for everybody. Now with the situation with Xbox and the reset with Asha Sharma, we're inevitably going to see changes in Xbox. Is that with Game Pass as a whole? Is that going to be good or bad? I don't know yet because we haven't seen it. I don't know yet. But the reality is Obsidian, and that's what I'm getting to. Obsidian is a subsidiary now because of the acquisition of Xbox Game Studios. When you fire up Outer Worlds 2, it said right there. Again, that doesn't necessarily mean you won't see these games on different platforms, because Xbox was in such a bad position where they had to take up on profit somewhere, because nobody buying no damn Xbox. So they're like, hey man, we just got to publish this shit like to everybody now, just to make ends meet, right? Which again, I ain't got no issue with that. I'm not beholden to one brand. If you got an Xbox, play it on Xbox. You got a PlayStation, play it on PlayStation. You got a PC, play it on PC. I don't have a PlayStation. I have PC and Xbox. PlayStation decided to pull their support for PC port. Fine. I believe Xbox is also heading in the direction of pulling their support for PlayStation. I know their latest games that's going to drop. You got like a Gears E-Day that's coming out later this year. And another game they're working on, Clockwork something it's called. Those games will be exclusive to Xbox. So we're going back to the proprietary era with exclusives and all that shit, which is fine. But the fact of the matter is, the next generation of hardware is going to be exorbitantly high because of this AI situation. There's really no reason for you to look forward to the Obsidian Fallout. Again, I understand the fandom, bro. I'm excited. I'm excited. But I ain't holding my breath, if you know. I'm not. Just because of the state in which gaming is in right now. It's in a bad way. Partially, the reason I believe, like I said, not 100%, but partially is the advent of the evolution of live service. That's just a fact. And for a lot of it, not even good live service. Again, I don't play Fallout 76. I'm not going to sit here and critique a game I don't play. I'm not going to do that. All I can do is state facts. Which the fact of the matter is, Elder Scrolls Online is a bigger game than Fallout 76. And that ain't me saying it. The fact of the matter is, when Fallout 76 dropped in beta form and then ultimately released, people were not happy. Not me saying it. You know what I mean? As a matter of fact, they were so unhappy that they had to patch and give updates to the game to give it some semblance of a storyline with NPCs and things of that nature. You know, if we just gonna go off mob rule, the overall broad view is most people don't give a shit about Fallout 76. It just don't. Now, of course, you saw a boost after the TV show. You saw a boost. But most people don't give a shit. Most people, what the hell happened? What is that? Oh, that's the Willard guy. I think that's who that is. Blowing their horn. I don't know if y'all can hear that. Telling the man, move the fuck out the way. That was tow truck guy. I guess it's a wreck up here, man. Of course, I'm in traffic. So, I mean, that's just the reality. Most people give a shit more about Elder Scrolls Online than Fallout 76. That's not taken away from Fallout 76 as a game. It's not. I mean, at this point, we're talking about what, a seven-year-old game? What? Fallout 76 came out, what, like 2018? Some shit. Well, or was it now? I don't know how long it's been out. I know they had a beta first, and then they, eventually released it. Maybe the beta came out in 2018. I don't know. But I play Fallout because I enjoy the game as an RPG. For the story, for the characters. Everybody fell in love with the franchise based on that. Everybody talks about the lore of Fallout. That's why I play it. That's why I like it. It's an incredible story overall. There's no doubt that I believe Obsidian is going to do an incredible job with whatever they going to come up with. Again, like I said, the framework, the infrastructure, the code is already there. It's already there. All they got to do is cook up a storyline. You know, whether that's in a existing setting or they come up with something new. I don't know. I don't know. But gamers as a whole are not happy right now. All aspects of gaming, whether it's the PC, do-it-yourself gamers that just can't afford to build a PC right now. At least not a good one, like one that they would be proud of. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's the whole mandate with going digital only, whether it's the layoffs with Xbox and some of the studios that they consolidated. Gamers just ain't happy, man. Now, the logical response, because again, capitalism is nothing without consumerism. The logical response would be stop supporting the publishers. Stop giving them fucking money. And they will have no choice but to listen. But that's my Simheads United brain thinking, right? Logical response. But over the years, I've grown to understand that, you know, chances of that happening is very unlikely. Very unlikely. And there's somebody calling me now. Y'all give me a second. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. I like to say, I don't know if my sound is back, but I'm back. I'm back. I knew the calls was gonna start rolling in here in a second. I knew they were gonna start rolling in. But yeah, like, you know, like I'll just end off with this. Like I said, this video was just in a response to Black Sun's video. You know, I saw he RE'd me in one of the videos he tried to make. And you know, again, like I said, I'm excited to see what Obsidian got up their sleeve. How long that's gonna take, I don't fucking know. That's why I'm not, you know, I ain't like holding my breath about it, because we don't know what happened between now and whenever like shit actually start to take shape. I don't know. I don't know. But we'll see. We'll see. But because of the sorry state gaming is in right now, I'm not holding my breath for anything. Just not. That's just where we at. That's just where we at. Like I said, I'll let y'all know what happened tonight, man. I might just say fuck it, you know, and just talk shit on tonight. I don't know. I might do something. It all depends on what time I finish tonight, and I get some food, and however that situation may play out. I don't know yet. We'll see. We'll see. But with that, man, let me get up out of here so I can handle a couple more things. Anything else pop up, I'll be back on later on. With that, I say peace, y'all.
In 2.25 miles, exit